probably 4.
Bane banned out by alongside the shame.
I think that's something that Mineski also has to look for is they let Secret have just way too many tools to deal with BKB against an Enigma who's very BKB reliant later in the game and a Juggernaut who relies on that spin.
Yeah. What I love about the Bane right now is that you can roll up to lane with like tangos or mangoes and just trade super efficiently against some of these supports.
That's always been
especially
Bane.
Like the tri-lane supports and stuff. Like they're naturally under-leveled. And it doesn't matter if you die, you just come back. You have plenty of brain saps to go around. Fresh second life.
I was surprised. I frankly was surprised that Bane went away. I know that the rework to Enfeeble made a lot of people rethink that hero, but I still think Enfeeble is actually pretty good at low levels.
Was it more that
10
other
seconds remaining.
lives were better?
Well, it's that. It's also the fact that the 5 position pool tends to be very condensed almost by definition, because most of the time for most of these teams, especially in the West, the 5 position has to be the drafter too. There's only so much practice time.
And it's also like it's the easiest position to open your draft.
Right.
So naturally, it's like you can't get too quirky with it, because otherwise you just have to be generally strong.
I mean, teams generally don't want to spend 5 bans
Look at
banning
this stuff.
5 5s either.
I mean, that's a heck of a lot of support bans first phase. And Secret take the
Nice.
So for Mineski, now the tables are turned, and you're the ones that have to think about having that reach. And the Bane and the Watch Strikers already on the table.
Baby.
Oh, I don't know. Tempo-wise, yes. Do you think that Bounty can work as a core?
Oh yeah, I'm down with the safe lane Bounty Hunter.
Okay.
So Bounty Hunter's in kind of a weird position right now in that he's like pretty okay as support, and he actually can be good as a core, but he doesn't excel quite at either role. So it feels like it's kind of
Do you want to hear some fun stuff?
no matter what.
So he was 3 and 3 yesterday.
Yeah.
3 out of 3.
Yeah.
Got played this morning by OG in the off lane.
Yep.
Okay.
I saw it.
They lost.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean,
I'm
it was
not
also
saying
what he
it's
was
totally
playing. He's playing a core. He's playing like a 3-position bounty hunter, which is not going to get the same farm as the safe lane 1-position bounty hunter coming to your pub soon. But that, like, you're not going to have the farm to actually threaten some of the cores, and what they were matched up against was 3 strength cores. So naturally, bounty hunter just wasn't going to do enough damage ever.
I mean, what's he gonna? You have 3 strength. Any 3 strength heroes in a lineup that can just ball up and push. What's the bounty gonna do?
Warlock from Mineski, which is
we saw that as a response
Secret
to the Enigma yesterday.
Yeah, Secret did it yesterday.
Yep.
So
it worked really well.
Only reason, like, I'm happy to see bounty hunter here. The only reason for that is I think it's a decent conceptual counter to the 4-position Enigma. Now, if you run a 3-position Enigma, which Secret entirely can't do, then I'm not sure if your bounty hunter support is going to be nearly as effective, especially since the 3-position Enigma is naturally going to build into those teamfight items, the sustain items that already makes bounty hunter an issue.
What about the Kunkka here? Because obviously it's a mild flex pick for Secret as well.
Yeah.
Well, the Enigma, both of them are. I mean, both of them. You talk about Kunkka. We've had Mid One and Zai both play it in the last 2 patches. The Enigma.
Go back a bit further. Puppy played it as a support as well.
Sure. That was quite a while ago.
Has Zai played 3-position Enigma?
He has.
Recently?
Yeah. He's played it, I think, twice in the last 2 patches. Nope, just once. 1-0. It's just, your draft is so open at this point for Secret. I mean, either of these heroes can be cores and supports. Arguably, Kunkka, maybe you do move him back to the 5 position in some circumstance.
It's unusual for Puppy to pick 2.
Well, it's on you. Dual core opens are extremely rare, period, in the last 2 patches. Like, less than 5% of drafts.
We'll see.
I like that Monkey King ban. Again, carbon copy of the last one.
Yeah,
that protects the viability of Kunkka as a mid, if indeed you want to go in that direction.
Mineski have banned.
Not banned any of the Nishu.
We've seen a PA from Nishu.
Yeah. But he is on an 8-game win streak with the hero.
So approaching Roger levels of Sand King domination, isn't it?
Did it go that far? It was into the teens.
I think it was in the teens.
I mean,
It stretched over 2 teams, admittedly. 'Cause I think it was a Navi game towards the end of his career with Navi, and then it went into Katowice this time last year.
Which around, to be fair, around that time it felt like VP couldn't lose with anything. But,
sure,
yeah.
but then they added Roger, and then it really did feel like it'd been tanking, and they just win anyway.
Mineski needs some really strong.
And you need some team fighting. You need some heroes that have team fight potential and ideally have shortish cooldowns, because fighting around the Warlock has the rock, and Fatal Bonds is amazing. Like Kyle has said,
fantastic. Yes.
Kyle has said for years, to give him credit, that Fatal Bonds is Warlock solo. But to take advantage of that Fatal Bonds, you have to have stuff on short cooldown.
Some of the things that Mineski love playing, both.
Well, I think that's the hero right there.
And the puck is the other thing that they've been playing a lot of.
Oh, you look at last year how they used to run Puck Venge. That was probably their best hero pairing last year. But I like this Ember again because it will get shuffled around, not only lane like you saw from Secret, but player from Mineski.
Yeah.
You'll see both Ajit and Moon play this Ember.
5 seconds remaining.
KP's most played in the last month, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's 6-2. Yeah.
Mineski's turn.
Wonder whether they go back for that.
Oh man.
Secret has been drafting a lot of the double defensive support.
Yeah. And you know what enables that? Zai. Like you can't, when you look at them yesterday, right? I think they had, what was it, Coddle Oracle? Coddle something else really passive.
Yeah,
and
it was Coddle Oracle.
You can't pressure with those two supports unless Zai is just a god.
5
but
seconds remaining.
And Oracle is also he's a pretty decent lane enabler. You have the right. You also hate playing Ember Spirit against Oracle. Again, you just can't emphasize that enough. He hates it so much. The flame card spell, the fact that you can't actually get away from that Q, can't remnant, jump away. It'll follow you everywhere.
It really does. You watch these drafts of Secret, really just does look like they know where the other team is going, and they just already have the counter in place.
It's a little bit concerning because now Mineski they're gonna run out of damage.
Oh yeah.
In these situations, right? They're gonna have Coco's Rum, maybe some sort of team fight items on the Enigma, have this Oracle saving somebody.
And I do kind of. Do you think they can still go for the puck? I still want to see them try and feature mobility. I think that's the best chance against Secret is you play fast and you play mobile. Well, all right, that to me makes the Ember very, very vulnerable. Secret did you a favor. They banned out the Monkey King, so you don't have to worry about giving away the fact that you have at least 2 out of 3 melee cores. But boy, oh boy. Secret have a lot of information now.
You're just going to run the last 2 picks mid now?
Yep.
For Spirit.
10 seconds
Why not?
remaining.
It depends, right? I mean, you could put Zai on the Kunkka, shift the Enigma over to support, and just pick something that's going to punish the Ember even more heavily in lane.
Mineski's turn to ban.
This is what I worry about, right? So okay, Monkey King's banned. Who else are we going to pick that's gonna absolutely F a melee core in lane? This could be mid one Ursa.
Either one of those.
Very likely deals one Ursa.
At all. Can't touch Ursa remaining. As bounty hunter. Nope. Your peasants as a warlock. Again,
5 seconds remaining.
I just think I think this Juggernaut pick was just a major blunder, because I think if you don't show Jug and Ember second phase, I don't think that they can pick the Ursa there with nearly as much confidence. But once you show those 2 melee cores with bounty support, as Cap was saying, there's nothing to protect.
Maybe they're gonna. I mean, they're gonna have to try and dodge the lane.
I agree with you, but you still have this issue where you're asking KP. You need the miracle hero pick for KP, right? Because he needs to make so many plays for you, and he also has to be able to rescue your lane.
And I go back
10
for the
seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's. But again, though, that you're now 4 melee heroes
I know,
against
but
an
it's
Ursa
team
and an
fight, isn't it?
Enigma.
Maybe they want them.
I think you're. The
It's
Brew
too
is the
much.
obvious one, but
Yeah.
it's you're four melee heroes
Yeah.
into an Ursa Kunkka Enigma. It's just it's miserable.
Yeah. Just, I'm not sure what else they can do. I mean, Drow. With
Good
some range.
God, no.
It's not kind of doing it for them, is it? Sniper, same. Ranger, not even.
You know,
Team secrets. Turn
what
to
can win you a lane as Mineski? Right, that's kind of the question. I mean,
Mineski's turn to pick.
oh my God! Well, there you can't pick Bat Rider now. Oh my God! You just.
That's horrible.
I think
Move
you
your
just
jug
lost
to
the Dota
3.
game. You think this KP jug and then you?
Well, what about Bounty goes? KP goes Bounty now offlane.
10
you've got
seconds
Doom.
remaining.
Yeah.
It's the KP hero.
5 seconds
Only 2 and 3 though,
remaining.
for the last 2 patches.
Night Stalker. With
What else has he played? Naga.
Slark pretty badly.
I think
Offlane Naga.
I think honestly, I think Night Stalker's the. I think you have to pick Night Stalker and hope that he can create enough chaos, both in the. But then Night Stalker is useless for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He's a creep. Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay, so they're gonna do
Core
Bounty.
Core Bounty.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Bounty.
That might not be bad against.
A Warlock 5, I guess.
Yep. It's fine, but Febi's Earth Spirit is not my favorite.
No.
And I think that this is a game where you just need like an S tier Earth Spirit player for him to be able to shift the
you need a
outcome.
Jerax or a
I do like the
Crit
fact that
going.
it gives them like a very active that Mineski was missing. 'Cause
Does
everything
it,
that we
though?
were talking about is like it just gives you like every one of the cores. If you ran some different offlaner, it only addresses the Slark problem, but your other lanes are still going to get screwed up.
Right.
At least Earth Spirit, if
Do you really feel like
actually-
Earth Spirit can roam and get kills though in this game?
I mean,
10
I think the
seconds
Earth Spirit Bounty Hunter can definitely pressure or survive. They can pressure
5
Slark and they
seconds remaining.
can survive against the.
Okay.
I don't know what's the mid matchup.
Ursa.
Ember.
Could be
Could be
I mean, they
Ursa
switch
somewhere in
between the
that
two,
lane.
so-
They're going to try and switch things around. I'm not sure how much you can pressure the Kunk.
Okay. Is this anything other than a miserable game?
I think
Are there bright spots?
Febi needs to have an outstanding game on the Earth Spirit or this game and be over quick.
Could be a tough one here for Mineski fans. Let's head to game number 2 and find out whether they've got anything in store for Team C.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this game 2, a secret versus Mineski. As we open the panel, there's this draft from Mineski. It looks a little rough, right? The Ursa.
The Ursa broke them, I think.
I think it did.
That 4th pick Ursa, I saw the Ember and I was like, is Ursa? And immediately they take it, and now it's like, it gets awkward because they got to the position where now Secret's like, we can vary with our lane so much because now we have an Enigma and a Kunkka, like the panel was mentioning, versus 4 melees. They've got advantages in the lane matchups too. Like Ursa, Ember and Jug don't want to lane versus the Ursa. So now they had to pick a different kind of solution, but then Secret's like, okay, you guys now put us into a spot where we can just vary things as well, and we're just going to put the Ursa safe lane anyway and pick a different mid hero. Now we have a Slark on mid 1.
Mid Slark.
Which we saw him. I didn't really want to say anything about that matchup too, because it was a Bounty Hunter versus a Medusa, or a Slark versus a Medusa. In that game, he was like 30 last hits and 20 denies to like the 15 of the Medusa when we saw it at CQ Major. Everybody was like, what? Slark, he like destroyed this Medusa in the mid lane as a Slark. It was incredible. And I think it was no one I want to say. So
Oh,
it was like,
shoot.
it
Yeah.
was very unbelievable to see that. So I'm curious to see how he's going to do in this matchup versus an Ember.
30 seconds to battle.
Seen the very rough matchup. Some of these for Mineski they had a tough game one. They had good lanes. This time around, if you look at the drafts, it doesn't look like they're going to get those good lanes once again. But we'll see how well they can play, despite the odds being against them. Consider the heroes.
I put a lot of pressure, like Nahaz was saying, on both Febby and on Moon, actually. Pylai, his pressure is there too. Like, his positioning has to be really perfect for just stopping those black holes. As they might be able to find far close to the tower. But yeah, the Ember Spirit and the Earth Spirit are going to have some incredible games to put pressure on, and already right off the bat, Secret will get 4 bounty runes. With a Kunkka now in a 1v1 versus a bounty and Enigma. So they're going to be able to just be farming super efficiently on this Enigma, also denying creeps from the bounty while Zai free farms. Yeah, definitely. Wrapped in.
Another bit of an attempt on these ships. Down a little bit before he can get into the lane, but he's already the tango guy. Yep. Goes down the line. He's going to have Puppey in his lane. Provide that extra heal. So the pressure gets too much.
Great Oracle game. Lots of things to dispel. He's got all the Warlock abilities, he's got silences from Earth Spirit, he's got Ember Spirit's abilities, track. There's so many different things he can actually do. And also negate with that Fate's Edict. It is a pretty damn strong pick this game for Puppey as well. But the big thing I guess we could look at for Mineski is really if they can get the ball rolling, if they can play a super fast-paced game, and they can get those tracks, if you can get early level 6 on Bounty and just start getting constant kills with Earth Spirit, Bounty, and Ember Spirit, then they can start to do stuff. But it is definitely still going to be hard, though, versus the lineup of Secret.
Quite a few tower hits there as he tried to trade one underneath it, but he has the salve out. Same to say for mid one. Well, there's a fresh set of tangos. This lane. CS-wise, we can already see mid one is making that 7 for 3 against the 0 of the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, I think top lane is going to be a disaster for Mineski, and I believe mid lane is going to be a total disaster too. I think Ember will catch up, but I think mid one is really, really good at this hero. He really understands how to pressure heroes, especially in mid lane. Zai's going to get so much farm up top just with that increased damage. KP will get increased gold though just from poking him with the Janata, right? But he's not going to have like any last hits on back.
Just okay, makes a good end. Bottom lane, Febby. Falls there. The body blocks were there from Archer to keep Febby safe from Nisha's Ursa.
Mineski cannot lose this lane. If they lose this lane, this game is could end very quickly. This is going to be the most important thing because if they lose to a two lane and there's an Enigma free farming the jungle, a Slark free farming, and a Kunkka free farming, you know you're in a tough spot.
We are seeing the supports are getting bullied. And Febby and Pi have to be careful how close they get.
Look at Puppey right now. He's doing the hard camp pull that people have been talking about in that Radiant. Pulling the hard camp to the lane easily as Nisha pressure on, but now they actually are able to get that lane equilibrium in the bottom lane in a much better spot as that hard camp is pulled now.
Have been denied.
Mid lane, Moon has caught up off the back of the last few waves.
Yeah, he'll catch back up. I don't think the bounty will though.
Move on to Nisha. They do land the stun. Trying to block him off. Archer's able to get him with a couple of hits, but kill off Nisha. Is out of regen. He's got a set of tangos coming out on Courier. So South being called by Puppey as well to time there's the its way towards me at the moment.
Yep. Mid one just poking this Ember and just building up these agi stacks constantly. Level 4.5 to the level near level 4 of the Ember, but yeah, Bounty's only got 4 last hits and Kunkka's got 21 and 8.
So Zai's having a very happy start to this game. Sure, game 2, game 1, Zai did have a great game, but he had a slow game in the lane in terms of farm this time around. Bit of a different story. This is going to be a very farm Zai straight to the off. No need to sort of rely on getting that farm.
And it's not really going to fear too much like a core Bounty because he's not getting anything. He's getting literally
just
nothing.
Killed Moon here? Did the maths. Quite enough to favour mid. Wants to back off. Very, very low. Moon down to Tango. Have some regen. Not playing. Setup with the top. The Malefist, they'll run him down. Eidolon's out as well. He has got the Invis. They don't have to text.
Cleave. Ooh, just out of range.
Just try for it.
That looked like he was actually in range for it. That was weird.
I don't know if maybe
the angle
was
I think
slightly
the angle might have been off because he looked like he was in range of 800.
Yeah, it was just slightly off angle.
If he's got to be careful.
because Zai has another turret to play with. It's going to see him.
Ooh, he might actually be able to get Zai here.
He could turn and just hit onto Zai. Zai, he's got the turret, but yeah, Zai's going to fall down. KP will fall to the Eidolons, but hey, he got first blood against the two of them.
You better tip him. He
He'll
needed that so badly. All right, there you go, KP.
Bad at all then. Zai.
Was that the first blood though?
That was the first blood. Yeah, it's at the top.
That's weird because it shows that Pi died first.
What did he die to?
He died to Puppy. Oh. But it shows that
I swear I said first.
KP
Maybe
got.
I'm crazy.
I think KP got because he got more gold.
I swear I said KP got first.
No, KP.
Maybe
No, sorry, you're right. My apologies. Yeah, KP did.
Okay.
I was like, wait, it's not showing. Then it showed up afterwards for me. Yeah, he got a lot more though. He got 575 for.
That's not bad at all for. I mean, yeah, he needed that. He's not getting any sort of farm.
He's tied in net worth though now as the Conqueror. Just from that.
From that kill, yeah.
Just from that one kill. But is level 4. Mid one now.
Oh, a couple. Moon's going to get out on top. Mid one tried to sort of stand his ground and hit back, but the Essence shift stealing was not enough. Top lane, KP getting hit by that Tidebringer. Maleficus was one, not enough to kill him. Will survive. He's got a salve ready to pop.
Still?
And they're keeping the pressure on KP for sure. The fortification have to come out as well from Mineski to try and slow down this early siege from Secret onto this tier 1 tower 5 minutes in.
They might be able to get this. They're going to tank with the Eidolons for the catapult for the next creeps to come up. KP's going to have to try to do something here to get them just to slow down this tower push, but inevitably it will probably die. As you said though, mid, Moon has completely caught up just from that kill. He did. So there we go. Okay, Mineski. Getting those kills is exactly what they needed because they were losing the last hits quite heavily.
For sure, I mean, 6 minutes in, considering the draft, this could have certainly started a whole lot worse for Mineski.
It's still surprising though, Secret has not dive bombed versus that tribe. The Earth Spirit plus the Jug are not able to find kills because Warlock, he doesn't really help too much. What does he really give you? If you don't go the upheaval, which he did actually, they aren't able to find those kills, but Secret's had good positioning and they keep pulling. Puppy's actually pulled this hard camp like 4 times now and reset the lane equilibrium.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Watches.
Quite hitting the 6. I mean, what sort of was the 6's online? Do you imagine? Like, where do you look to go as this bounty? Is there any way you can sort of make plays?
Look for the Oracle. Oracle and Enigma are the easiest targets, but he can just travel, just move around with your Spirit, move around the Ember. They just got to make plays. Just get that track money started. This is just like the last game we were talking about. Like they play too slow paced. This one they have to play very fast paced because you know just the nature of their heroes. They've got a Warlock which can slow it down a little bit, but the other three can play pretty quick. They just have to rely on stones mostly. You know.
Phase boots on top of the brace from the crown, so again, the sort of early stats, especially on a Kunko boat ready to go. Zion's pretty beefy target.
Yeah, he really is.
Such a dark top. Sure, he did die there once, but they get the tower at a good time.
Look at this. He's actually Xing himself back to pick up the dust and those few items. Maybe even another. Picks up an obs too. So they want to keep the pressure up here. So I like that play there. Making sure they don't have to actually bring a support or anything. Zion's going to do it himself.
He's going to hit the torrent straight up. Boat's not going to quite come in quick enough. KP's able to walk his way out of the combo. The sentry ward, but still not enough control, so KP will be fine. Failed attempt there from Zion Yapso.
Yeah. 2k gold lead though already for Secret, and that's the jungle Enigma, right? Look where Yapsor's net worth is. And even, I mean, Nisha farmed just fine bottom versus the tri lane. They did excellent in their dual lane. No one died. They even got a kill.
And now, you know, now Mineski are trying to make these moves around the map. They're leaving that bottom lane with the supports. They're seeing if they can get some action going elsewhere. They're heading straight towards top. They want to try and do something about Zion Yapso's presence up here.
Got 4 heroes up here and a Warlock showing mid. So Nisha's got uncontested free farm now. It's just Zai who's got to watch out and he might actually be able to get brought down here. He already puts down the whoops.
You get the stun off and get the wrap around from Moon. They'll easily have damage shoulders to find Zai. He does get a poke down, but sure if the burst is enough to kill him off. Moon's in fact diving the tower looking for another kill and he'll find it. Yapsor taken out as well. Moon is going to have chains back up in 5 seconds. So they won't dive any further. They are going to respect the potential. Could come in with a secret. Mineski getting kills. Moon, say, gets active across the map and it pays off.
That's what they got to do. The 3 hunters, right? These 3, they have to stick together over pretty much this entire early mid game.
Didn't expect them to still be here. He may be able to play his way out. KP's surely going to want to die for this, and he does. Gets the last hit off. That's going to be another kill. So Mineski getting 3 kills out of that bit of action.
He's rich.
KP, is there any way he can get out? They have already used the dust. They thought he was heading back up the high ground, so there's no further detection for him. He doesn't have mana for TP, but should eventually be able to walk his way back to safety.
We'll just have to wait for a bit.
Yeah.
Considering suiciding, he's spending his gold.
I mean, he doesn't... I guess with no one around, still not a bad move to do.
The Oracle's coming close though.
Oh,
Puppy's
gonna
get
close
XP.
enough. Puppy is.
He's gonna get the kill.
Oh. I mean, that was a little greedy there from KP.
That was very greedy.
I mean, sure, I guess he felt that he couldn't walk back. There wasn't any sentries down anywhere sort of around that area, so he could have made it out of there. It would have been long, but...
He could have waited for mana. It would have taken time, but...
Yeah, I mean, he had, how much mana did he die with? He died
61.
with 61, so he was close to having TP mana.
Puppy's really happy about that.
Absolutely.
He's got a lot more money and experience. Kills a level 6 bounty.
Yep.
Solo XP for...
They gave him clear level.
Yeah. As mid one will also be... He was queuing up the diffusal first, and now it's back to drums. Okay. So, yeah. Team Secret, they really like drums.
Yeah, they really do. And so also, I was going to say, this is what's the phase boost on the Slark. Is this something we're starting to see more, or is this sort of a bit different? Phase instead of treads.
I've been seeing Secret by phase, like, everyone's just buying phase.
I mean, just because for the armor value, it's just
the armor is just so damn good.
I mean, we're essentially like doubling the Slark's armor at this stage.
It's quite amazing now.
Yeah. Makes it very hard, but be successfully harassed. He's always going to be able to trade hits with you whilst he has this sufficient armor advantage.
I mean, it does give you so much damage too if you're amazing.
Sure,
Oh, yeah, 18 damage.
And good chase potentially. Keep on the target and keep getting those essence shift stacks.
Being careful. He didn't actually put down the stone, making sure he doesn't roll too far. But yeah, Nisha is just completely uncontested. He's going for the Midas. We'll have it finished pretty soon. How's our Jug doing? Ajit is going for the Yasha build.
Okay, probably similar build as last game, Yasha to Diffusal. Expect to see. Midas done for Nisha now. So we'll see here the...
Double Midas.
And look at the difference in palm. It's just what slightly lead in neutrals for the Jug, but this was of course an Ursa Jug in the same lane where Jug, he was part of a tri lane, Ursa was only part of the dual lane. So the fact that they went even on lane creeps pretty much, that's great news for Secret. They won that lane despite having the odds stacked against them.
Definitely. We do have a little bit of a, slow down, slow period. How's our levels looking? We do have level 6 on high. We've got all the level 6 have been obtained except for Febby who's turned mid lane. KP is just going to be that information, just walking ward in a way. Just keep poking, stealing money, and just letting his team know where core heroes.
Starting to put some early pressure on tier 1 tower. For the sake of do so with Shadow Dance.
I mean, Zai is not going drum. He's actually going for the Atos. He did buy the crown, I thought it was going to be drum, but he's getting his team a little bit more attached to try to get for that Ember.
Bottom lane. Could have evil on Nisha. It's a very tough target to go for, especially with Puppy by his side. They'll turn towards Puppy instead, though. He hasn't got the false promise ready to move him back. Yapsol's here as well. They'll turn with the hold onto Moon. Moon gets a remnant out. Yapsol walking into the fight. They have to be careful of the black hole if Yapsol is able to somehow get on top of them. Nisha will continue to chase Moon away. Moon will be able to retreat themselves back and out of this. Zai not able to really find something that was looking for a potential taunt opportunity. They're still poking around. Highlight Dice does come back in range. The combo's going to be landed down. Nisha in and on top of the two of them. The kick there separating Pi away from the Fuzzy Wuzzy. So Pi will continue to back away. Secret, they can't really dive underneath the tier 1 tower, so they'll let Mineski get out of there. But I mean, Mineski sort of poking and prodding at Secret. That's a little risky, but fortunately for them, they don't lose anyone.
Yeah, just mid one poking that tower, but at the same time, they do also have Ajit farming at least.
I mean, with the Atos, as you say, extra bit of catch, easily going to be able to allow him to set the combos, more tank as well for the Kunkka. He's going to be very hard to bring down.
Yep, so we'll be going for the mech build that he tends to do. Usually just, he's one of the most known players that just tanking up on the support, on the Enigmas. Very rare you see him actually go for like those blink daggers. He just leaves guy. die. He's getting body blocked by an illusion and just gets chased out by Nisha.
Very nicely styled upon there by Secret.
And these kind of like slowed down periods, it's fine. It's great for Secret because they've got the Midases. They have the 2 Midases. They have this Enigma who's free farming, and Mineski. They're the team that wants to be doing stuff. They've got a bounty hunter. So he's level 7, so he keeps stealing the gold. He is being annoying, but they want to be getting that track and putting it to use, as well as getting their magnetize and their golem.
Well, they are going to try and see if they can catch out Nisha. Straight away, Febby heads in, looks for the stun, doesn't find it, doesn't find his silence, but the black hole on the high ground over there from Yapso does get cancelled immediately by the golem drop from Pylite Eye. RG actually moving away with the Blade Fury, not feeling confident to try and come in onto the 2 of them. He's now got the Omni Slash onto Nisha, now allowed to kill off the Ursa, also find the Enigma. Febby chases him on the high ground. They're even not done yet. They're on top of Zai. Zai, he is tanky, and he does have that Shrine heal. Is there any help coming for Zai? It doesn't look like it. There is. Mid one and Puppey, they've actually got their hands a bit full up top as they're trying to kill off Moon. Pounce is going to miss from mid one, so Moon will be able to move away with that favored move speed. Back to mid, they're still chasing. He's underneath the tower. Is there going to be any sort of TP coming in a few seconds? They will have Heroes back alive, but it's not going to be soon enough. Blade Fury from RG gets the kill on Zai. Now with the TP in mid one, seeing if you can find something in return. They do have a sentry down here. Mid one isn't going to be able to get the power. But he doesn't see him now. He's outside of range of the sentry. And mid one does not have any detection on himself, so KP will manage to sneak out of there.
That was perfect series of events though from Mineski. Until look, the chase went a little bit far for them, but the fight in that jungle was just brilliant. They all were there ready. They were fighting around their bounty. They get multi-hero track kills. They tick it down to that 1k lead.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Exactly what they need to be. They've got about 30 seconds till magnetize. I think they want to just go again, just especially with Febby and with KP. I mean, the Warlock, he can show up. Pi can just show up and throw upheaval from the back. It's fine. It's harder for him to make the mobility though, but he's going to be the one carrying this once you make those aggressives. Their lanes aren't in great positions right now. They're actually being shoved in on 2 sides for the moment.
This could be, yeah, this is a good opening for Secret. They know that there's no golem. Just send the bear into the pit, go for Roshan. Without the golem, very hard for Mineski to do anything about Roshan Temp for Secret, so there should be a free Aegis for Nisha.
Already has the Blink Dagger, so he can actually start to get aggressive and stuff too. Remember the Midas.
Secret grabbing the Aegis on Nisha. Also get that gold to allow Mech to be Yapso.
Mech on the side of Mineski. They're going to be counteracted quite a bit from the Rum, the Oracle, and that Enigma now are going to just provide a lot more team fight too for Secret.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
At least the big ultis that Mineski does still have is that Magnetize and Golem. They still can dish out quite a crazy amount of damage if they're able to connect it properly.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Watch a bit of their positioning. Don't get too clumped up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
one tower trade will be made down bottom. RG is able to find it, but they're losing the bigger towers mid. Tier 2's gone. Chains onto the Ursa's Eye. He's going to look to catch onto Moon. He's got the full combo laid out. Can Moon dodge it? He's going to time the Remnant perfectly with the attempt to pull back on the X mark, so get back to the Remnant safely, keep himself out of harm's way.
Track second chase. KP wants to migrate.
He does. He just goes blindly in. The jump back's going to be there on top of him, and that's your bounty hunter dead. A little ahead of himself there, just leading the team up to the high ground blindly. And Secret, they were more than ready to instantly turn and collapse on him.
Yeah, he's worth quite a bit too.
Big items coming out for Secret. Diffusal Blade, complete for mid one.
He's got it done now too.
Yeah,
oh wow, okay.
Fully done. As we said, you know, the mechs there on Yap, so they're getting to the point where they can just find a pick off from the bush. And fighting is hard. Any threat.
Yeah, and fighting is hard because of their itemization. They're that much tankier while on the side of Mineski.
They've got the full rod.
Yeah, they've got some bracers and stuff on their Spirit, so he's tanky. Febby's tanky, but it doesn't make the rest of the team. So positioning on Mineski is going to be really important for this fight.
Trying to lead in. Do manage to get themselves on top of Zai, but he's such a tanky target there. It'll straight away turn with the bear on top of Febby. Febby's gone. They've dropped the golem on the Omni Stack, but the false promises they're keeping Zai alive. Nisha also having the enrage to stop that damage from really harming him whatsoever. RG has the Blade Fury and run as now Mineski getting separated. The X mark's going to be on Moon. Will drag him back. They have tried. They've got the root on him as well, but no further follow-up. So Moon should be fine. Back in the river though, KP chased down by mid one and Japsor. back on being committed as well. There's no messing around from Secret as they'll pick up a third kill off the back of Mineski being the team trying to find some action. Moon does manage to slide by with the Remnant, but that may just cost him his life with the Diffusal Blade. Mid1's going to drain the entirety of his mana. There's no way to play out. Sure, you kill Japsor, but you just fed Mid1 another kill. Triple kill on the Slark that fight. Now a 5k lead for Secret.
And that was Mineski with everything.
That was them hunting for a fight.
That was them hunting for a fight, but the items and just the items and the rum, right? This mech comes in, the rum comes through, and it's like, oh my god, our damage is starting to be not enough.
And then there's an Oracle.
And then there's an Oracle, and then also it's the threat. Oh god, we used our Warlock Rock, and Enigma still has Black Hole.
Yeah.
The team fight gets very awkward at that point.
Yeah, rooted. The silence will be there to stop a straight up turret coming out. Febby, he's going to try and roll away with the X-Mark. Romzai brings him back. Another kill set up for Mid1. KP hitting into the two of them. He's got to be careful. If that power's clipped, he may have just died. They do get the root on from Puppy. That's going to set up for the bow. A Secret take down another two.
Right now, like, Mineski doesn't want to fight. There's a 31 stack Slark running at you. He's got 221 base damage.
Diffusal Blade. Uh-oh, Pi. Slowed down by the Diffusal Blade. As Pi, he'll try his best to run and hide and dance around the trees, but Mid1, he's going to have the fancier footwork. Another triple kill, two triple kills back to back for Mid1 within the matter of a couple of minutes. This Slark getting out of control. He's nearly got the money for a full basher. And as you say, 37 temporarily. I mean, even just having the 7 permanent stacks at this point. Yep. It's a bit of a dream here for this mid Slark.
Yeah, and this was the build he went in, saw him at the CQ Major too. The Diffusal, it was versus Medusa, so that made even more sense. But yeah, it looks, this Diffusal build on the Slark looks excellent. Just lets him hunt so much easier, and even these mana burns is so annoying because he hits you so fast.
Actually, he opts for the blink first before the basher. So he's got that easier way of closing the gap. I mean, he knows he can just sort of throw himself in because, as you mentioned, just the numerous different ways his team can keep him alive and can allow him to play incredibly aggressively. He just blinks in on top of Highlight Eye. Highlight Eye, he's got no way to put counterplay that. You're just dead if this Slark jumps on you.
Yeah, and even with this Blink Dagger too, he can just jump on the Ember Spirit. And Ember is just like, oh my god, then what do you do? You're just running around in circles inside of pounds, you get caught by extra disables. This lets that Blink Dagger actually allows them to get the catch.
Just jumping into the base, past the tier 3 tower, on top of another target. It's just carnage continuing.
Because he just still had all those stacks. Now they're starting to tick away, but they're starting to hit on towers.
KP's getting rooted. The movement speed, so we'll be fine. Yeah, they're sieging the high ground.
They're chasing KP and they're sieging high ground at the same time. They might be getting punished here though. Some buybacks coming out, Febby.
Unlikely to be able to catch anything though with the torrent onto Febby, slowing him down. They even popped a smoke as well, so Puppy and Japsor could get close to the rest of the team, ready to join up once more as 5.
The line's been drawn. Mineski wants the 5 men. They're getting just picked off too much, like little like Slark adepts. They want to make their rock and their magnetized go together, but all of Secret is here to play. Kunkka is not quite here, Zai.
He's under the sentry. He came too close there. That sentry placement off to the side of the lane, catching him out. Now we just fall left to life. They really want to try and go for Mid1 jumps in. He's got nothing to be scared of at all. He'll pop the Shadow Dance to remove the Omni Snatch from him. Highlight Eye drops the golem, but the fight is already too broken up for Mineski. Mid1 keeping himself on top of Highlight Eye. The Warlock's dead. The Bash coming out. There's no chance for a Blade Fury from Arjit as they just die on Mineski. 17-9, 10k lead. This is looking to be just as rough as game 1 now.
Listen, absolutely. Secret just looking as sharp as ever. Mineski, they came into this one with a little bit of a different game plan. And it's not really working for Secret. They're looking really strong.
Way to lose at this point. As Mid1 jumps in, Nisha as well. Bebby's gone. 12 permanent stacks of Agi stolen from on the Mid1 Slark. The base just getting taken away as Mineski once again looking to be forced in a position where they just have no answer. GG's called. It really is. There's nothing else they can do in a game like this. But unfortunately for Mineski, 2 games in a row being forced in the same situation as Secret turning up today and looking to be sort of the major champions you'd expect to see.
Yeah, I feel like they needed to get a lot more out of their aggro, or just more out of just the Earth Spirit in the first like 5, 6, 7 minutes or so, because the bottom lane they didn't ever kill anybody, right? I don't think they never killed Nisha or Puppy in the laning phase.
No.
And they